right, welcome to the YYYY District Court. Court is in session. This is cause number 2021 CR 1814, State of Texas versus Gerardo Garcia. We're here today for a plea. We're conducting this hearing via video conference using the Zoom application. We're also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. The time now is 12:42 p.m. on the 29th day of June 2021. These proceedings are official, they're on the record, and they're being recorded by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as though you were in court, and all are instructed not to record the proceedings. And if I could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the state of Texas, please.
Ashley Jones for the state.
John Robertson for the defense.
Sir, are you the same Gerardo Nicholas Garcia charged by indictment with assault, bodily injury of a family member, household member, second offense? Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir, it is.
Use a function of Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you the indictment in the case. I ask you, are you familiar with this document?
Yes, sir, I am.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, sir, I did.
Do you understand it?
Yes, sir, I do.
And counsel, do we waive reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. I will note that there is a discovery acknowledgement that's been signed and dated by both sides. I'm doing the same. And I make it a part of the record. Then I'll also note that there's an application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. I'll make that a part of the record as well. Mr. Garcia, we're going to go back to share screen. I'm going to show you a document that's called the defendant's consent to plea by video conference. We're scrolling through where there's an electronic signature and using my cursor to circle around. Is this your signature, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're telling me two things. One is that you understand normally we do pleas live and in court, but that you are consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Secondly, your electronic signature on this document, as well as all of your other electronic signatures in the plea packet before me today, you're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed those documents. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the waiver and I make it a part of the record. We're still in share screen, but now I'm showing you another document called the court's admonishments. I'll scroll through because it's several pages and ask you, are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
The bottom of page 3 is electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you are telling me that you understand the court's admonishments and that you understand the rights that are contained within it. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor, it's true.
And that you want to give up those rights. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Rights that you're giving up is you have the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea in the sentencing range for the offense, which is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've applied for deferred adjudication, sir, and there are risks and benefits associated with that. The benefits are, as if it's granted, then you will not be found guilty of the offense, and instead you'll be placed on community supervision, which if you're successful at that, the case is dismissed. The risks are, if you're not successful, you could be revoked. And if you are revoked, then you would be found guilty of the offense on that day. You're subject to the full sentencing range I just announced. Did you understand that when you applied for deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you still wish to apply?
Yes, sir.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments and I make them a part of the record. Sir, we're going to go back to share screen. I'm going to show you the plea bargain in this case. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
An electronic signature to the left, I'm using my cursor to circle around. There's another one to the right. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Are these your two signatures?
Yes, sir, I did.
This document details for me your agreement with the state as far as punishment is concerned, and I will let you know if I'm going to follow this prior to the entry of your plea. Punishment will be assessed with 2 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice with a $1,500 fine. The state is going to remain silent on your application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. One of your signatures, the one off to the left, waives your appeal outside of the agreement, but the recommendations to me are that you have no contact with the complaining witness. There will be an affirmative finding of family violence. If the probation or deferred adjudication is granted, you'll be in the batterer intervention program. You'll have a drug and alcohol evaluation, and to follow those recommendations. Is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to get out of share screen. Sir, I am not bound by a plea bargain. I do not have to follow this. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
But if I do follow the plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions are filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Robertson, any such rulings in this case?
No, Your Honor.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, then I will allow you to withdraw the plea and we'll proceed to trials if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll note again, one of your signatures on the plea bargain waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
If not, then a plea of guilty or no contest to the offense would have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note that you certified on the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual, rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's been able to assist you in the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, to the offense that's listed on your indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Plead guilty, Your Honor.
Pleading guilty because you are guilty.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any other purpose as to why you're pleading guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone force you or coerce you to plead today?
No, Your Honor.
You're going over this case with your attorney. Do you believe that pleading here today is in your best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does the state have anything to offer to support the plea?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
It's admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 and attachments prior to getting on the record and find that it is sufficient to support the plea. Sir, I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made, that there was sufficient evidence to support the plea, and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation report and a TAP evaluation. We will come back on another day for sentencing. Is there anything else from either side in regards to the plea?
Not from the state, Judge.
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Garcia, we're going to conclude this hearing, but when we do, you need to stay on Zoom. I'm going to put you in an electronic breakout room with our liaison officer from the probation department. She's going to go over some things with you before we come back for sentencing. There being nothing else from either side, then this matter is